Compound interest is why some people build wealth quietly, while others work hard and stay stuck. Compound interest means you earn money not just on what you invest, but on the growth from previous years too. Your money starts working for itself. Invest $200 a month at about 7%. In 10 years, you put in $24,000, but you have around $35,000. In 30 years, you've invested $72,000, but it grows to over $240,000. Time does the heavy lifting. Why beginners miss out? Most beginners wait to start or try to invest big later. But compounding rewards time, not perfection. Simple solutions. Here's how to use compound interest. Start early, even with small amounts. Invest consistently, not emotionally. Reinvest your gains. Stay invested long-term. You don't need more money, you need more time in the market. Compound interest isn't magic, it's patience. Money grows on money, time beats timing, small amounts add up. Start early, stay consistent, let compounding work. Compound interest is boring, but it works. Waiting costs more than starting small. The best time to invest was years ago. The second best time is today. Ever wonder why some people seem to build wealth without a fuss while others work incredibly hard but just can't get ahead? The secret isn't some complex financial trick. It's something you probably learned about in school and then forgot. Compound interest. I know, compound interest sounds boring. But stick with me because this boring concept is the most powerful wealth-building tool you have. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but over time it picks up speed and grows massive. The biggest mistake people make is waiting. They think they need a lot of money to start. But here's the truth. Waiting costs you far more than starting small ever will. The magic of compounding needs time to work. There's a famous saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The same is true for investing. Don't let another day go by. Start today, even if it's just a little, and let time do the heavy lifting for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Have you ever looked around and wondered how some people seem to build wealth almost effortlessly, while others, maybe even you, work incredibly hard but feel like you're just running in place? It's a frustrating feeling, isn't it? You're putting in the hours, you're responsible, but your financial situation just isn't changing. Well, today I want to talk about the quiet, unassuming, but incredibly powerful secret behind so much wealth creation. It's not about working harder. It's about making your money work for you. And the tool for that is something you've probably heard of but maybe dismissed as boring or complicated: compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. Now I know what you're thinking. Compound interest? That sounds like something from a stuffy old textbook. It doesn't have the sizzle of picking the next hot stock or getting into crypto at just the right moment. And you're right. It is boring. But that's its superpower. It's boringly effective. It works quietly in the background, day after day, year after year, building on itself like a snowball rolling down a hill. Let's break it down in the simplest way possible. When you invest money, you earn a return, right? That's simple interest. You invest $100, get a 10% return, and you have $10. Easy. Compound interest is what happens next. The next year, you don't just earn interest on your original $100. You earn it on the $110 you now have, so your 10% return is now $11. It might not sound like much, but this is where the magic starts. Your interest starts earning its own interest. And that process repeats over and over again, growing faster and faster. Think of it like planting a tree. At first, it's just a tiny sapling. For a few years, you might not see much growth, but you keep watering it. Then, one day, you look up and realize it's a massive, strong tree, providing shade and fruit. Compound interest is that tree. The initial investment is the seed, and time is the water and sunlight it needs to grow. The longer you let it grow, the more impressive the results. This is the fundamental reason why some people get rich while others stay stuck. The ones who get rich understand this principle. They plant their money trees early and let them grow, even if they only have small seeds to start with. The ones who stay stuck are often just earning money from their labor. They work, they get paid, they spend. There's no system in place for their money to grow on its own. They're constantly having to trade their time for money, forever. Now, let's talk about the biggest enemy of compound interest. It's not market crashes. It's not bad investment picks. It's waiting. Procrastination is the single most destructive force when it comes to building wealth. So many people think, oh, I'll start investing when I have more money, or I'll figure it out when I get a raise, or I'm too young, I have plenty of time. This is a catastrophic mistake. Waiting costs you far more than starting small ever could. Let's imagine two friends, Alex and Ben. Alex starts investing at age 25. He puts in just $200 a month. He does this for 10 years until he's 35, and then he stops completely. He never adds another penny. In total, he invested $24,000. Now let's look at Ben. Ben waits. He thinks he needs to have more money saved up first. He finally starts investing at age 35, the same age Alex stopped. Ben also invests $200 a month, but to catch up, he does it every single month until he's 65. That's 30 years of consistent investing. He ends up putting in a total of $72,000, 3 times what Alex invested. Now let's assume they both get a pretty average 8% annual return. Who do you think has more money at age 65? It's not even close. Alex, who started early and stopped, ends up with around $315,000. Ben, who started late but invested for much longer and put in way more of his own money, ends up with only about $270,000. Alex has over $45,000 more, despite investing $48,000 less. How is that possible? It's the power of that first decade. Alex gave his money 10 extra years to compound and grow. Those early years are the most powerful because they have the longest runway. Time is the most valuable ingredient in the compound interest formula, and every day you wait, you are giving up your most precious asset. That little example shows that waiting until you have a significant amount to invest is a trap. The amount you start with is far less important than when you start. Even if you can only spare $20 or $50 a month right now, start. That small amount invested today is infinitely more powerful than the $500 a month you plan to invest 5 years from now. Starting small builds the habit, gets you in the game, and most importantly, it gets the clock ticking on your money's growth. I know the past can be a source of regret for many. People hear this and think, oh man, if only I had started 10 years ago. And it's true, the best time to plant that money tree was 20 years ago. The best time to start investing was the day you earned your first paycheck. But you can't go back in time. Wasting energy on regret is just another form of procrastination. It keeps you stuck in the past instead of taking action in the present. So let's forget about 20 years ago. Let's focus on what we can control. The second best time to start is right now. Today. This very moment. Every single day that passes is a missed opportunity for compounding. Every dollar you don't invest today is a dollar that isn't working for you tomorrow. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need a lot of money. You just need to take the first step. So what does that first step look like? For most people, it's incredibly simple. You can open an investment account online in minutes. Things like low-cost index funds or ETFs are a fantastic way to start. You're not trying to pick individual winning stocks. You're just buying a small piece of the entire market. It's a diversified, proven, and boring way to let compounding do its work. Set up an automatic transfer, even a small one, from your bank account every single month. Automate it. That way, you're not relying on willpower, you're building a system. Pay yourself first, always. Think about it this way. That daily coffee, that subscription you forgot about, that takeout meal, what if you redirected just some of that money? $5 a day is $150 a month. Over 30 years with an 8% return, that's over $200,000. That's a life-changing amount of money, all from the price of a fancy coffee. It's not about deprivation. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing your future self over your instant gratification. The quiet wealth builders, the ones we talked about at the beginning, they understand this. They're not necessarily smarter or luckier. They just started. They were consistent. They let the boring, beautiful math of compound interest work its magic for them over decades. They didn't panic during market downturns. They saw them as opportunities to buy more at a discount. They didn't chase get-rich-quick schemes. They played the long game. And you can too. The feeling of being stuck, of working hard with nothing to show for it, that can end. It ends when you decide to stop just being a worker and start being an owner of assets that grow for you, even while you sleep. The path isn't glamorous, it's slow, it requires patience, but it is the most reliable path to financial freedom that exists. So let go of the idea that you need to be a Wall Street genius. Let go of the excuse that you don't have enough money. Let go of the regret about not starting sooner. The only thing that matters is what you do now. Today is your day. It's the second best time, and it's the only one you've got. Open that account. Set up that automatic transfer. Plant your first seed. In 10, 20, 30 years, your future self will look back on this day and thank you for it. Don't let another day go by. Start building your wealth quietly, starting right now. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that can help you build a better financial future. See you next time.